Thank you, Lord. Thank you for blessing these hands, honey, because these hands are blessed, girl. These hands are blessed. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hey girl, hey. Make sure you're subscribed to be part of the family. Today you are back in my kitchen, okay? We are back here making a delicious meal tonight. I just got back home from the grocery store. I got some ingredients for y'all and I'm so excited. I'm hungry and I'm ready to put my love and energy into this food, honey. So yes, today what we have on the menu is a creamy Tuscan shrimp and salmon. Add some spinach in there, and I am making some cheese grits on the side. Okay. If you're new to the channel, I am a foodie. I love cooking. I love amazing food, and I love to try new recipes as well. So I already have my salmon and my shrimp cleaned. I am using some wild caught Atlantic salmon, and I just cut it in half earlier because this is just dinner for two. And how I like to clean my seafood, like salmon and shrimp, I rinsed it with some water, and I like to squeeze some lemon while I'm rinsing it. And I recommend patting it dry with some paper towel, okay, just to get that excess water out so we can season it very well in a second, okay? Okay. For the record, y'all, I have been waist training, so your girl is looking very hourglass-ish right now. This recipe is going to call for some white wine. Totally optional, but it's a game changer for the recipe. So what I'm about to do, honey, is pour me a glass myself before I start cooking. I don't know about y'all, but I love drinking some wine while I'm cooking. So it just puts me in a mood. It makes me feel good. Let's pour us a glass, y'all. I'm pouring you guys a glass too. In my head, you know, because y'all are family. I stopped at Aldi, so the wine that I grabbed was the Winking Owl California Pinot Grigio. You know, it's just some cooking wine. It don't gotta be all fancy. Y'all, hold on now. This is really tight. I don't want this thing to pop, man. Let's keep it easy. Let's behave. My shrimp is deveined and it has the tail on. That's just how I like to cook shrimp. I'm gonna drizzle a little bit of olive oil here, tiny bit, and season as you please. I'm gonna go with an all-purpose seasoning by Goya Adobo. I like to personally do a small little cut in the middle of the salmon so that seasoning can get in there, like inside. I'm gonna use some red cayenne pepper. I love me a little kick in my food personally. The slap your mama seasoning, but don't slap your mama though. Okay, this is one of my faves. I'm using my Tony's Creole seasoning, another one of my faves. Garlic powder, and last but not least, some pepper. So I have a few ingredients that need to be chopped up to go in my sauce, such as onion, garlic, some cherry tomatoes, cilantro, and this is totally optional, but I'm gonna add some sliced white mushroom in there. So I'm gonna chop everything up and prep it before I start cooking my salmon and shrimp. All right, y'all, let's get down to business. So my pan has been warming up. I'm gonna drizzle some olive oil here. you know, to get it prepped so we can cook our salmon and shrimp first. We're gonna saute everything and cook them nicely on this hot skillet. And in the meantime, I'm gonna start on my grits, because you know grits, it takes a minute to cook. All right, for my grits, I just got some water here in my mini little pot. It's so tiny. I'm gonna just add like a pinch of salt in my water, just a little bit. This is getting hot. This is pretty hot. Okay, I think it's ready for the salmon. All right, let me add my salmon. We're gonna let that cook nicely and flip it in a little bit. So we about to pour these grits on in here, boo. Okay. We are going to pour and stir. Turn that down. So I'm going to just put them on a separate plate for now, okay? Okay, so I have my salmon and shrimp pretty much done. I'm gonna have it sitting on this plate for a little bit while we make our Tuscan creamy sauce. Okay, so in that same pan where we have all of the flavors and a little bit of the juices left, okay, I'm gonna throw in my onions, my garlic, and my mushroom. Let the flavors come out. That good aroma take all over the room, honey. Trust me. I just love the smell of fresh garlic cooking. Like, it's nothing else like it. Not the pre-diced garlic. I'm talking about fresh cut garlic. Yo, it's the best. Comment down below if you agree. So while that's happening, I'm just gonna clean up, you know, clean around as I go. I like to clean as I go, put things away. I don't like a messy kitchen. Make your job easy on you, girl. We're gonna throw in some butter in here. It's time to add some of my wine. About this much. And I'm going to let that cook for about 2 minutes. Let that cook and simmer up a little bit. It's been about 2 minutes, and now I'm gonna go ahead and throw in my tomatoes. This recipe is really good. You can use sun-dried tomatoes. I couldn't find that at the store, so I'm just using some regular grape tomatoes. Mix that up together like that. And let that simmer down a little bit. So now I'm gonna add my heavy cream. You see it, girl? And stir. I'm gonna throw in some shaved Parmesan in here. You know, it's your liking. I don't have any specific measurements. Just really like eyeballing it. And stir. This is gonna thicken everything up. So I'm gonna add a little bit of salt and pepper, or really any seasoning that you want to add. I'm I'm gonna add a little bit of that heavy whipping cream in my grits, just a little for flavor. And then I'm gonna add some butter and some cheese. A really good cheese for grits is Gouda, but I don't have Gouda cheese. I have like a Mexican style blend of cheddar, Montreal Jack, and shredded cheese. So I'm just gonna add this mix of shredded cheddar and Montreal Jack cheese. Okay, y'all, so now I'm gonna add a handful of baby spinach, like a handful and a half. It really depends, because you know it's gonna shrink once it starts cooking. So I have about this much. So this is totally optional. I'm gonna throw in some cilantro in there. I like to cook with cilantro personally. If you don't, you can skip the step, you know. You can tell that my spinach has reduced significantly, and I just tasted it to see what it's missing. I'm gonna add a little bit of cayenne pepper and garlic powder, because I like a little kick, and actual pepper. So now it's time to add my salmon and my shrimp, okay? So pretty. Oh my goodness. So I have my grits. They are so creamy. Y'all, when it cools down, it looks even better. Like, it looks so good. Oh my God. Thank you, Lord. Thank you for blessing these hands, honey, because these hands are blessed, girl. These hands are blessed. Okay. This is my plate, y'all. I'm gonna go all in, okay? So good. So good. If you're on your healthy stuff, you don't want the grits, you can have this with some asparagus, some pasta, something else, you know, some cauliflower pasta, something. Some rice. You can make this, if you don't like seafood, you can make a Tuscan chicken if you like. Pretty much the same ingredients, you know? Let's taste this. Get a little bit of the grits, a little salmon, a little spinach, tomatoes, a little bit of everything. This is so good. This is so good! Let me get my wine. I did that. 10 out of 10. I recommend this. Make this for your bae on Valentine's Day, okay? This is the best way I've ever cooked salmon before. I'm like halfway done right now with my plate. And I went back and got more of that creamy sauce because that's the highlight of the dish. The tomatoes are a must. The grape tomatoes, it gives it a sweetness. The spinach, delicioso. You could even add some corn in there. I don't know, it would pair up really good with the grits. The wine is a must because I'm tasting a little bit of that sweetness of the red wine. I mean white wine, I'm sorry. And the shrimp. If you don't like salmon, okay, cool. You could do this creamy Tuscan with just shrimp and it would be so delicious. This would be good with just shrimp, maybe some pasta on the side. Thank you guys so much for tuning in with me today. I am so glad I tried this recipe. It is so amazing. I love getting on here trying the recipes with y'all. If you guys want me to do more of these, make sure you like and make sure you subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Comment down below. Let me know if you enjoyed this video. I love you guys so much. Thanks for tuning in with me today, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Mwah!